All right, let's just get right into it. We're going to talk about something that is, well, deeply frustrating for a lot of brilliant people. It's this paradox. This idea that the very intelligence that makes you a rock star in your career might be the exact same thing that's completely sabotaging your love life.
I mean, let's just be real for a second. You're brilliant. You can probably map out a business plan in your sleep or debug code like it's second nature. But when it comes to dating, it feels like you're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And you are somehow, inexplicably, losing. And not just losing, but losing badly.
And look, if this feels personal, it's because it is. But it's not just you. This is actually a thing. Psychologists even have a name for it, the brilliant heart paradox. It's that cruel twist where your number one asset, that incredible brain of yours, turns into your single biggest romantic roadblock.
And this isn't some new modern problem. I mean, come on, even Einstein felt this. Think about that. One of the most famous minds in all of human history felt this exact same profound loneliness. It's that feeling of everyone knowing of you, but nobody really knowing you.
And it's not just a feeling, right? We've got the numbers to prove it. A study at Cambridge University found that really smart adults are 1.5 times more likely to deal with chronic loneliness. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. So, what is going on here?
Well, it all starts with the way your brain is wired. See, your mind is basically a superpowered optimization machine. It's built to solve problems, find flaws, and, most importantly, avoid risk. But when you point that powerful algorithm at dating, you accidentally start optimizing for failure.
You know this feeling. It's called analysis paralysis, and in the dating world, it's an absolute killer. It's your brain getting caught in this endless feedback loop of what-ifs. You dissect every single text message, you analyze every gesture, you're constantly scanning for red flags, until you do nothing at all. You're just stuck.
So here's how it plays out, step by step. What should be a simple coffee date becomes this massive cognitive exercise. First, you meet someone. Instantly, your brain launches a full-blown multivariate analysis. But here's the key. It's not searching for reasons it could work. No. It's hunting for every possible way it could fail. And what's the logical conclusion? This is high risk. And the logical action? Pull back, withdraw, before you can get burned. And this is the core of it, really. Your brain is treating love like it's a puzzle box. Like if you just think hard enough, if you analyze it from every single angle, you'll find the secret key to unlock it. But love isn't a puzzle. It's an experience. It's messy and unpredictable, and it's something to be felt, not solved.
Okay, so this sets up a huge internal battle, a full-scale war between your head and your heart. Your super-logical prefrontal cortex is constantly fighting with your emotional core, the amygdala. Your brain is literally using logic to stamp out the very feelings that you need to form a connection in the first place.
And your brain's favorite weapon in this war? It's something called intellectualization. It's basically a defense mechanism where you use reason as a shield. So instead of just feeling hurt or rejected or vulnerable, you analyze why you feel that way. You retreat into the safe, clean fortress of your own mind to avoid the messy, uncomfortable reality of your own emotions.
Just look at this contrast. It's like they're two different operating systems that are completely incompatible. Logic, your brain's default setting, demands hard evidence. It wants certainty. It needs patterns. But love? Oh, love runs on a totally different program. It requires trust when you don't have all the facts. It requires vulnerability when you can't be sure you're safe. For a highly analytical mind, that level of ambiguity is basically torture.
Let's break this down even more. When you're running on head mode, your main driver is a deep, deep fear of making a mistake. And yeah, the outcome is rational, sure, but the critical weakness? Emotional distance. You end up paralyzed. You simply can't forge a real connection with another human being from a spreadsheet of pros and cons.
And all of this leads to one inevitable outcome: a vicious, self-perpetuating cycle of self-sabotage. The very skills that make you so good at your job, your analytical mind, your foresight, they become the very things that build these giant walls around you when what you really want is a bridge. I want you to be really honest with yourself here. Do any of these hit a little too close to home? That impossibly long checklist for the perfect partner? Going down a 2-hour rabbit hole of their social media, not to get excited, but to find a reason to say no? Or maybe even dumbing yourself down so you don't intimidate them? These aren't just little quirks. They are calculated preemptive strikes against intimacy. And get this, there's even a scientific reason you might feel like you're too much for some people.
Research on attraction shows that, yeah, intelligence is hot, but only up to a point. That attraction actually peaks around the 90th percentile. If you're way up in the 99th percentile, you've literally crossed a line where you stop being seen as smart and attractive and start being seen as intimidating. It literally shrinks your dating pool.
Okay, so that's a lot. You're overthinking, you're self-sabotaging, you might even be too smart for your own good. It feels kind of hopeless, right? Well, there is a way out. It's going to sound simple, but it is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. You have to completely change the objective of the game you're playing.
The first step is realizing your brain isn't trying to hurt you. It's not the villain in this story. It's your bodyguard. Its entire job is to keep you safe. And let's be honest, it is a world-class risk assessment machine. It's very, very good at what it does.
But here's the catch. When you apply that bodyguard logic to your heart, you build a fortress. And while that fortress might be 100% effective at keeping out all the potential pain, it's also 100% effective at keeping out all the love. You just can't have one without being open to the other.
So what does it all boil down to? This. A real, deep, meaningful connection doesn't happen in the safe, sterile environment of a laboratory. It happens out in the messy, real world. It absolutely demands that you take a risk. It demands that you let yourself be vulnerable. And it demands the raw courage to just choose someone fully without having any guarantee of how it's all going to turn out.
So here's the final, crucial point. Your brain is doing everything in its power to stop you from making a wrong decision. But here's the thing. In love, there is no algorithm that can guarantee the right one. The only way forward is to be willing to be wrong, to accept failure not just as a possibility, but as a potential part of the process. So the real question you have to ask yourself is this. Are you brave enough to override your own programming? Are you brave enough to turn off the processor, stop optimizing, and just start feeling? Because the mathematical, logical endpoint of perfect risk avoidance is and always will be growing old alone.